Myself, James Madison Audits, this is a public service, and Stephen Sanders accompanied this citizen to the Orange City Police Department in Florida. You may recognize this citizen from recent videos in which he was a victim of a circus act of a traffic stop by Kyle Walker of this department. Aside from the lack of valid probable cause for a traffic stop, there were other standout elements, like this citizen invoking his Miranda rights and telling them after hearing his rights that he does not wish to answer their questions. Like I've explained before, that means the questions stop. Not Kyle, not for Kyle. Kyle continued to badger this person with questions in direct violation of his rights, and eventually quite literally told him what to say. No joke. You haven't seen it? Go watch the previous videos. You can't make this stuff up. Unfortunately, the guy was arrested. He had a little bit of weed on him, but he also had rent money on him, unfortunately. And apparently in the state of Florida, or at least this city, Orange City, if you get stopped and you've got cash on you, you better also have documentation on you to show where that money came from. Otherwise, the pirates be taking your booty. Now, what Kyle wanted to do was he very badly wanted to be able to have some way to say that this money that he had was from the result of dealing in a leafy substance that grows from the ground, for which the citizen had a permission slip from the state, albeit expired. But as you saw in previous videos, the cops on scene discussed that they didn't have the criteria to seize that money as evidence. This guy had family on scene. Once he was arrested, they allowed the family to take his child, his cell phone, his wallet, his vehicle, and after lying to him for a long time and saying that they were going to get to take his money as well, that they needed to pay the rent, they decided instead of that going to the safest place, his family member, they would take it for safekeeping. Now, it is my opinion they did this because they really, or at least Kyle really wanted to show this is evidence. He wanted to make this some big kingpin case or something, and it's just not. So instead of giving the family member the money, they said, we'll hang on to this for you for safekeeping, which is a dirty tactic, and it shouldn't have happened. It's my opinion they wanted to do this so they could buy themselves more time to try to find some way, to create some way that they could say, hey, this is evidence. I think this is linked to illicit sales. But the bottom line is, if you don't have the evidence right there, you can't steal somebody's property in hopes that maybe you can make it up at some point down the road. So it's the opinion of most logical people with common sense that the money never should have been taken to begin with, and it should have gone to the family. So before coming up here, I suspect, since he's had such a hard time getting his money back, that they're just safekeeping for him. I suspect that they found some sort of way to say that it's evidence and they intend to seize the money that his family, his young children, need. So you're going to see a couple of things in this video that I want you to pay attention to. This department has recently got a lot of attention because myself and others have seen a lot of things going on that shouldn't be going on. But they have this disdain for me and others that are with me right now. Not because we've done anything to them, not because we've done anything wrong to them, but because we are trying to get them to do the right thing. We're trying to get police to do the right thing. We're looking for accountability. And sometimes we hold cameras and show the public their actions. That's it. And this is new to this citizen. He doesn't know the things to say, the questions to ask that could benefit him. And as you're going to see, they don't like that we came with him to help him. So if that's true, who are they looking out for? Themselves or the people? Sergeant Therault is about to come out to speak to the citizen. And listen to how he acts when I try to ask a question on behalf of the citizen who's standing right next to me, because he wants me right there with him to help him. Therault says, I'm not his attorney. He's not going to talk to me. So I told the citizen to just repeat to Therault the things that I'm saying. Maybe he'll go for that. Ridiculous. That was just a circus act. Then he tries to tell me not to tell him what to say. After that, he tries to get him alone behind closed doors because they only want to deal with someone who doesn't know how to help themselves, and they don't want their words or their actions on camera. That's one thing we've seen a lot of with this department, the refusal to speak on camera. Why? What's being hidden? What are you afraid of? If you're doing the right thing, there's nothing to be afraid of. And for some reason, still, no one will answer the question. They just walk away from me. I'm trying to get general clarification. If they make an arrest and that citizen has property and their family is on scene as well, and they want that property to go to their family, and there's nothing to say that is evidence of anything, generally speaking, do the police have the right by policy to veto the wishes of the citizen and take their property and say, no, we're going to hang on to this for you? They walk away. No one will answer that question or even speak to us unless we're not recording it, because they know the answer will make them look bad. So welcome to another Orange City Circus Sideshow. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, about the week after I got arrested. It's like 7 days prior, maybe.
This dude's a clown. I love how they'll chase him around and harass him, but every time he sees me, he runs from me. He won't even look at me.
Such like you said, he makes up a kingpin or something like that.
He wants to make, he doesn't think that. He knows that. He wants to make it look that way somehow.
He's a
sociopath. There we go.
Yeah, I'm here to pick up my money. It was put in safekeeping when I got arrested.
Now, the conversation the citizen was just having with us was he was telling us that after his arrest, Kyle has followed him around within the city on the streets driving and even pulled into a gas station to say some things to him. The citizen alleges that out in public, at a busy gas station with lots of other ears, Kyle said, "Are you still dealing?" Seems Kyle's using his assumptions to defame the citizen publicly.
Confiscated. They said put in safekeeping. Oh.
Next time, your money is being held as evidence, so I can't release anything. It was put in by the officer as evidence. So the only way that will ever get released is if you get an order from the state attorney's office.
And how would I do that?
Go to the state attorney's office.
So just go to the state attorney?
He has no paperwork that shows the money seizure. Tell him that you don't have anything that shows that they seized your money.
Are you his attorney too?
Stop telling me what to say.
I'm just trying to figure out what happened to my money, that's all. No, we can talk, but I'm comfortable with talking right here.
Ask him for a felony forfeiture paperwork if he has any.
A what?
Felony forfeiture paperwork.
So you have a felony? They told me it was in safekeeping though. Can you get proof of that?
Is there a property list of what was taken from him? A list of property taken from him?
Probably better tell him to say it.
Yeah.
That's not a public record.
Bet.
I'm the only evidence guy. The only way I'll give you your money is if you get a state attorney's office. That's the only way to get it.
Alright.
Take care.
There's no help at all.
You want to talk to me now?
Tyrant?
No help at all.
Nope. We'll give him a state attorney.
So this was the expected result. And in my opinion, it confirms what I had suspected. They took that money, claiming to hold it for safekeeping because they didn't have evidence, only to buy themselves more time to try to create evidence. That's what this comes down to, that they're not understanding. And no one is willing to listen to understand that issue. And everybody walks away from the question. Because I know that they are watching this video, I'm going to ask them the question here since they won't listen to me in person. They constantly walk away. At the time, there was no evidence. It didn't fit criteria. Why was that money put into safekeeping? It's a very simple question. Do you allow your department to do that? Someone has to answer these questions. A lot of people see these videos and they reach out to this department. And instead of facing it or answering, and instead the department turns off Facebook comments. That's how they deal with it. But this is how we've seen them handle every issue we've brought forward. And everything is legitimate and nothing petty. It's ignored. It seems that the Orange City Police Department would rather ignore it than face it. And you saw Thuralt there. He said, "Do you want to talk behind here," meaning behind closed doors, "or do you not want to talk?" What that meant was, I'm not going to talk on camera, and I'm not going to talk to you when you're with people that could potentially assist you. To me, this is a disgrace. Just like the disdain for myself and my associates. Simply looking for the right thing. It's not hard, and people would respect the hell out of the right thing. Then maybe you could turn your Facebook comments back on. Stay tuned. This and much more isn't over yet. Thanks for being here. Twisted Luck. I'll see you soon.
So, put it in the evidence as safekeeping for now, and then talk to Sarge. But I'm pretty sure you got to have more criteria that actually sees it.